Hi guys, we're just going to go over some of the basics for using Microsoft Teams and go over some of the things that you'll need to know to use Teams for your classes. I will be showing you through the Teams app that I have downloaded to my desktop. You can go through Teams on the web browser. That is also an option. I do recommend that you download the app to your desktop. It does make it a little bit more easily accessible, and it does give you some options that the web browser won't. If you're following along with me, and you're on the web browser, it might not look the same as mine. Generally, everything should be about the same, but just keep that in mind as we're going through it. So, first, we're just going to talk about what the teams are and what the channels are. So, a team, when you're added to a team or join or create a team, it's just a collection of people, conversations, files, and tools that are shared among team members. You can add people to it, you can take people away, you guys can chat, you can call. When you make a call, it'll call every team member, and you can share different files and resources and tools that you guys have each found. A channel is a discussion within a team, so I kind of think of them as breakout sessions. So if you have a specific topic that's maybe only relevant to a few people, they can create a channel within the team to discuss that among themselves without it being sent to everybody else in the team. So when you go to the Teams icon that's third down on your bar to the left, it'll come up with a screen that looks similar to what's on my screen right now. It'll show every team that you're a part of or have created or been invited to. I'm going to go ahead and click on my resiliency pilot class that I'm a part of right now, and we're just going to go over some of the options you have within each team. So if you click on these three dots, the first option is managing your team, and this might not be super relevant to you as a student. You don't always need to go through and look at your analytics and channels and apps and things like that, but it might be relevant to you if you're the one that created the team or as a professor. So you can see who is a part of this team here, and you can contact each person directly right here. You can message them, you can email them, you can call them, so you have that contact information readily available. You can see what channels are there. There's the general channel that we're all a part of, and then there's the week 3 asynchronous channel that we are all also a part of, but we're only going to have conversations that are relevant to week 3. And then you can see the analytics. Again, this might not be super relevant to you as a student, but it's there, and you can see what apps are being used within this team. Next, you can add a channel. So you might not have access to this depending on who created the team and if they gave you this capability. But here you'll just put in the channel name, the description, and you can choose if it's available to everyone or if it's only for a specific group of people. Does everybody need to see this information? Does everybody need to be a part of the week 3 channel, or is it only specific people? You can also add members. If you did not create the team, anybody that you add to the team has to be sent to the team owner as a request so that they can approve it. You cannot add people to the team without the team owner approving it first, but this is how you can request to add members. You can leave the team, and you can get a link to the team. This is another way that you can invite people. When they get this link, they have direct access to whatever conversations are being had within the team and any other information that's relevant to that specific team that you sent them a link to. And lastly, you can manage tags. This is something that we'll go over a little bit more in a little bit, but tags are ways that you can, just like hashtags on social media, you can tag a certain word or person, and that way you can search up that tag and all of the information under that word or person will come up in one place. There are no tags for this class or for this team, so I can't show you how to manage them, but that's what, if you are using tags within a team, that's how you can go back and manage them. If you go to your assignments over here on the left, this can also be a relevant tool if your professors decide to use it. I didn't have professors that decided to use it, but we did have a few classes here. if my professors had decided to use it, it would show the assignments that I have assigned to me and then which ones I've completed. So that way I can go in and see what I've done and what I have left to do. So that can be a really useful tool as well if your professors decide to use it. So, as far as starting a conversation, there's a few different ways that you can do it. You can go to this tool up here by your search bar, and you can start a conversation with as many people as you'd like. This doesn't create a team necessarily, but it does create a chat log for whoever you've invited to this chat. You can also, as I said before, you can go into your teams, you can see who's in your team, and you can message them here as well. So there's a few different ways there. If you want to start a meeting yourself, if you already have a class that's been made or a team that's been made, you'll go down to your options down here at the bottom, and you'll go to this little camera with a circle around it, and it'll say Meet Now. And that is how you can start a conversation or a meeting with everybody in that team. It'll send a call out to them. If they have the app on their phone or their laptop, the call will go through to their laptop or phone. If you want to create or start a meeting with a team that has not been created, you'll go to your team's icon over here and click Join or Create Team. There are a few different options here as well. So you can create the team here, team name, and send out who you want to be, or send out an invitation for who you want to be a part of it. You can join with a team code. So every team that's created has a specific code that members need to have, or prospective members need to have to join the team. They have to have the code to enter to join the team. Or you can invite yourself to these other teams that have already been created. Once you create your own team, just like we did for this one, you'll go in and you'll click the Meet Now button at the bottom to share a phone call with the team. If you're just wanting to make a video or audio call, you can go to your chat log. I've got a few people here. You've got your video here and your phone here, just like you would on a regular cell phone. You can just call them visually or through audio, just like you would a regular phone. If you're wanting to add tags, this would be a good place to add them. Instead of using the hashtag, you would be using the @sign, and you can tag people within a conversation, so that way later you can search through your tags and find everything that you tagged Josephine in or tagged Luana in. If you want to add stickers or GIFs, these are here as well. And you can also add files here. It'll give you options for where you want to upload a file from. But if you want to add files to the conversation or to the team, this is where you would add them from. You can also go to your activity log up here. This is going to show you anything that has happened in your channels or any notifications that you have. I had a missed call this morning, so this is where that will be. This is just kind of like your notification page, like it would be on your phone. If you want to work with files that have been shared within your teams, you can come here, and these are all files that have been shared through my teams. So I have access to all of them directly. I can save them to my OneDrive, or I can download them onto my computer, or I can add cloud storage and save it to the cloud. I hope that this tutorial has been helpful. It just is the basics for navigating Teams, so that way you're not completely lost whenever you're using it for your classes. Hopefully, you will have access to one that talks more specifically about certain tools on Teams, but this should get you started, and let us know if you need help with anything else.